With so many things to see and do in Korea, it can be overwhelming to plan a first-time visit. There are trendy neighborhoods like Hongdae and Gangnam made for avid shoppers, complemented by famous food stops such as Gwangjang Market. Today, we'll be sharing our top 20 fun things to do in South Korea, mainly Seoul, on a first visit. If you try anything from the following list, be sure to leave a comment below. Most importantly, remember to have fun. There are many Hanok villages around Korea, but the most recognized is inarguably Bukchon Hanok Village in Seoul's northern Jongno district. Bukchon Hanok Village dates back 600 years and is a village dotted with stunning traditional architecture. Tucked between Seoul's main palaces, this historic district is a cultural gem. Although the village is home to local residents who politely request a quiet stroll, there are plenty of destinations for tourists. This must be one of the most famous streets at Bukchon. It's really beautiful. You can see, parts of the city. Over there you can see also Namsan Tower. Starting from Samcheongdong, tourists will begin on the traditional craft street. There are several buildings offering different craft classes such as paper mache dolls, sewing courses, and knot making. Reservations are not necessary, but the small buildings do mean there might be a bit of a wait. Additionally, there are several museums and galleries along Bukchon Hanok Village. We recommend stopping for a refreshing beverage at the Bukchon Asian Cultural Art Museum, where you can also sip a drink included in the ticket price from their rooftop with majestic views, or learning about Korea's first modern painter at the Kohuidong Museum. I recommend to come here just before they close. They close at 7. So I came here like 6:20 and there's nobody. So I can really enjoy the view, the sunset, and it's just by myself or if you're in a good company. Korea is the 10th largest beauty market in the world, worth around $8 billion. Koreans use international beauty brands but also have their own impressive list of local goods that have gained traction both domestically and abroad. Both men and women in Korea are on the hunt for trendy and timeless products. There are many places to shop for K-beauty products in Korea, but the neighborhood of Myeongdong makes the top of our list. Myeongdong is a famous shopping and food district in the heart of Seoul. Some of the most popular stores to shop for Korean skincare and makeup around Olive Young, Innisfree, Etude House, Skin Food, and Nature Republic. Have a stroll through Myeongdong's twisty, curvy alleys for plenty of options, and stick around until the evening to enjoy its famous street foods. Korea's history dates back nearly 5,000 years, with its most well-known period called the Joseon Dynasty. This 500-year period is decorated with tales of family tragedy, romance, and international war. It's also famous for its architecture, particularly the palaces constructed in Seoul at the start of the dynasty. Today, Seoul is home to 5 main palaces that can be visited at a very affordable price. Gyeongbokgung is the main and largest palace located in the political district of the city. Decorated by mountains, this spacious tourist destination is a must-see for history lovers. Not far from Gyeongbokgung are 2 attached palaces, Changdeokgung and Changdeokgung, that were known for their use as private residences for the royal family. Changdeokgung was used during most of the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Its beauty so renowned that even the Japanese imperialists hesitated to destroy it. Changdeokgung runs a secret garden tour several times per day, but bookings must be made in advance. The next big palace is Deoksugung, located just across from Seoul City Hall. This palace opens its doors later to the public and makes for a great visit as the sun is setting. You can also enjoy the attached art museum and regular outdoor exhibitions. A palace so small that it is often overlooked is Unforgettable, which was predominantly used by the father of Korea's first and last emperor. Its architecture and color scheme are modest, but its landscaping is breathtakingly beautiful. This palace is free to enter and also has a small museum attached that introduces the palace's main resident. Another free palace is Gyeongbokgung, one of the most haunted locations in Seoul. Queen Min, the country's only empress, was brutally murdered by the Japanese in Gyeongbokgung Palace in 1895. Many say her ghost walks the grounds of Gyeonghuigung. Gyeonghuigung was unfortunately almost entirely destroyed and only the main hall remains. You can also check out the attached Seoul History Museum. Hanbok is traditional Korean attire that has preserved its original form throughout most of history. Today, hanbok is typically worn for special holidays and occasions, but remains a quintessential cultural heritage of Korea. Its beautifully flowing silhouettes and primary color schemes are important values found all across Korean art. One of the most popular spots to rent hanbok is from one of the shops located around Gyeongbokgung Palace. Hanbok rentals are affordable at around 15,000 won per hour and offer a wide range of designs and sizes. These days, hanbok with untraditional sparkle offers a modern feel, but traditional designs and even the robes of Joseon royalty are also available for rental. Renting a hanbok also allows free access inside the palaces. You do not need proof of your rental, simply show up at the gate in your attire. And don't forget to do a photo shoot inside the palace walls for some of the most memorable experiences of your trip. For men, make sure to put on the pants of the hanbok too. I know, summers can be hot here, but if you want the free entrance, you have to wear the entire outfit. Namsan Tower is an unmistakable icon of Seoul, and Namsan Mountain offers some of the most breathtaking views of the city. Upon reaching the top, visitors can enjoy coffee, food, shopping, and the famous Love Lock experience. To take a cable car, exit from Myeongdong Station Exit 3. Follow the street on the right side of the Pacific Hotel for about 10 minutes, and you will reach the cable car entrance. A return journey will cost 15,000 won both ways and 12,000 one way. For those more athletically inclined, there are numerous hiking paths up the hill that will take around 45 minutes to reach the tower. You can also take the yellow 01A or 01B public buses. Korea is famous for spicy kimchi, cold noodles, and sticky rice cakes. You can stop by nearly any Korean restaurant and grab a delicious cheap meal, but one of the best ways to enjoy local cuisine is at one of Seoul's bustling food markets. The most famous food market in the city is Gwangjang Market, one of the oldest traditional markets in South Korea, offering more than 5,000 shops and spanning 42,000 square meters. There truly is something for everyone here, especially when you got an empty stomach. We already introduced one of the greatest shopping neighborhoods in Seoul, Myeongdong, but we would be foolish not to mention Gangnam. Yes, from Gangnam Style. And the famous PSY song that you know and love truly does define the district. Gangnam is one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in the city, known for its high-end fashion and trendy underground shopping center. Any exit of Gangnam Station Line 2 will lead you out into the famous shopping street. Visitors can find familiar international brands such as Nike, Zara, and COS here, but local Korean fashion brands such as Pao, 8 Seconds, and Jeju are also great choices. What makes Gangnam a particularly great place to shop is its more affordable underground shopping center. Located just outside the subway exit gates, tourists can make their way around hundreds of small boutique shops offering the latest fashion trends, accessories, and even skincare. For a shopaholic, Gangnam is a must-see area that might take up a good portion of your day. The Han River offers some of the most iconic views in Korea, cutting a nearly straight line through the capital city. It's also one of the most beautiful places to ride a bike. Although the paths can be somewhat crowded near the rental areas, trails extend to the edges of the city to offer quieter pathways. Bikes cost around 3,000 won per hour from a rental shop, making this an affordable and fun afternoon plan. You can rent bikes on either side of the river, but we recommend starting from Banpo Bridge and heading east. Below is a map that includes all of the available bike rental stops along the Han River. You can also rent the Seoul City bikes for a really affordable price too. You've heard of Japanese karaoke, but in Korean we say Noraebang. Noraebangs are a beloved pastime for old and young Koreans alike. There are so many of these singing rooms around the country that you can find one just about anywhere and visit at just about any time. The most popular place in Seoul for Noraebang is undoubtedly Hongdae, Hongik University Station Line 2, which offers some lush yet affordable rooms. You can go to a regular Noraebang that charges per hour, but a more popular option is a coin Noraebang where amateur singers pay 500 won for around 3 songs. Simply type Noraebang into your map application and find a location near you. Now that we've mentioned Hongdae, we'd miss an opportunity if we didn't mention the district's famous street performers. Hongik University, from which the area gets its name, is an art school that has produced some of the best visual artists, actors, and musicians in Korea. As a chance to get money, recognition, or simply practice, many of these students take to the streets at all times of the day to perform. The most popular performances are undoubtedly musicians and dancers. K-pop and hip-hop are common genres that gather huge crowds of both Korean and international fans alike. Many of these performers have social media as well, and it's a great opportunity to support growing talent. Not only that, but it's a fun way to gain exposure to new music and dance trends happening in Korea. We personally suggest going after the sun goes down, as that's when the best talent comes out to shine. The most popular zone to see Hongdae street performers is Hongdae Shopping Street, which you can reach from Hongik Station, Line 2, Exit 8 or 9. Traditional Korea is synonymous with Insadong, the city's historical art and craft district. This was once the main road for potters, painters, calligraphers, and photographers, with a history dating back to the Joseon dynasty. While many of these artisans remain in the alleys, the main street has become more commercialized since the start of the 21st century. That being said, Insadong is still a must-see location during your first trip to Korea. For handmade goods from younger artists, visit the multi-story shopping center Samsigil. If you're looking for something more traditional, peel off the main road and explore some of the smaller alleys for vintage goods, textile art, and pottery. Insadong is also famous for its traditional eateries, of which there are plenty to choose from. Like the local artisans, you won't find them on the main road, and you'll need to trek off the adjacent alleys for a food stop. Just follow your nose. This is Korean National Museum and I'm gonna explore inside. It's too hot today, so I think this is not gonna be the right day to explore outside, but let's see. Korea is home to thousands of exciting and informative museums. The national museums are all free, giving you plenty of places to learn about Korean history and culture on your first visit. What's more, many of them are celebrated for their striking architecture and well-curated gift shops. There are many great museums in Seoul, but we recommend starting at the National Museum of Korea or Seoul History Museum. Cheonggyecheon is a nearly 11-kilometer long stream that runs through downtown Seoul. It was a massive urban renewal project that was once covered by a highway. Now, it's one of the most beautiful and exciting green spaces in the city. Not only is it great for an afternoon stroll, but also to soak in some local artwork that is often displayed on the stream's walls. Many start walking from one of two locations, Dongdaemun Design Plaza or Seoul City Hall. We recommend starting at Seoul City Hall and stopping at the Cheonggyecheon Museum. You can learn more about the museum and the restoration of the stream at their official website. South Korea is famous for its food but also for its snacks. Banana milk, milk soda, melon ice cream, and honey butter chips are just some of the magical items you'll find in a curbside shop. This is a fun idea when you're looking for a quiet evening in your accommodation and makes for an even more fun video idea to share with your friends and family. The main convenience stores in Korea are GS25, CU, 7-Eleven, and eMart 24. You can find these on just about every street in Seoul, sometimes right next to one another. Hey!
Market.
We're at Gwangjang Market and we're gonna do some shopping and walking around.
Try some stuff.
Try some stuff. A hot place? Do we mean temperature-wise? No. Hot place is a Korean term that refers to an up-and-coming neighborhood with plenty of cafes, restaurants, and bars boasting a unique street presence. On weekends and holidays, these neighborhoods are flooded with Korea's youth looking to relax with friends and try new tastes. Hot places in Korea have a tendency to change every 3 to 5 years, with some of the original and still popular locations being Mangwon, Songsu, and Mule. If you end up in one of these 3 neighborhoods, you're guaranteed to have a great time simply wandering around. We recommend visiting a hot place neighborhood with a charged phone because you'll be wanting to take a lot of photos. A Korean sauna known as a Jimjilbang is a great way to relax after a long flight or just when you have some downtime. The baths are separated by gender, but there are plenty of halls with sauna rooms, massages, movie theaters, food stalls, and more where everyone can mix. Many Jimjilbangs even offer an overnight stay, making this an affordable accommodation when you travel the country. You'll have to sleep on the floor though. Seoul K-beauty Center, a modern cultural space dedicated to the wisdom of Korean medicine. Blending sleek architecture with classic Hanok touches, this facility invites you to explore Korea's healing traditions through interactive exhibitions and hands-on experiences. Stroll through the Herbal Medicine Museum, discover the powers of ginseng and angelica, or unwind in the experience room with herbal heat packs or natural face masks. Feeling hungry? The Yakson Food Studio lets you cook up traditional wellness recipes using medicinal ingredients. It's the kind of soul night out you didn't know you needed, rooted in culture, wellness, and a bit of ancient magic. You can also have like a traditional Korean sweets and like some herbal teas. And this is the center. Korea is one of the coffee capitals of the world with the 4th highest number of Starbucks globally. However, there are plenty of independent cafes offering adorable snacks, unique coffee flavors, and stunning interior design work. Theme cafes come in many varieties. There are cafes dedicated to your favorite K-pop band, anime show, or film. There are also cafes that offer something to look at, such as aquarium cafes and art gallery cafes. There are also cafes that offer something fun to do, such as archery, painting, and video games. It's worth putting time in to check what's out there based on your interest, so get to Googling. One neighborhood with many theme cafes is Sinchon, located beside Yonsei University. You can explore the neighborhood by departing from Sinchon Station, Line 2, Exit 2 or 3. This is the piano, absolutely empty at the moment. So happy to be here, very nice, even though the weather is not the best today, but still. Gugak is the term for traditional Korean music. The National Gugak Center in Seoul is the most famous institution for learning and performing traditional Korean court and folk music. It offers a wide variety of showcases all year round and is a great way to immerse yourself in the beauty of Korean sound and dance. The main branch of Buddhism in Korea is known as the Jogye order, and most of the temples around the country participate in the practices and ceremonies of this school. Korea has become famous as of late for its immersive temple stays, which allow visitors to sleep overnight at the temple and learn the ways of monks and nuns. However, many of us are short on time with so many things to see and do in Seoul, which makes visiting the temple just as enjoyable. Temples in Korea have beautiful architecture, peaceful meditation halls, and wonderful gift stores. The nuns and monks living and working there are always welcoming. It's a great way to spend your morning or to enjoy a rest at the end of the day. And while there are many temples spread across Seoul, some of the most famous choices are Gyeongsa Temple, Bonggunsa Temple, and Gilsangsa Temple. Some visitors might be surprised when they arrive in Korea and are greeted by mountain ranges. Seoul is tucked away between several mountains, making it the ideal location for the Joseon capital city. The new Seoul Hiking Center offers free gear to foreigners, helping to make your trek as comfortable as possible. Some of the most popular beginner-friendly hikes in Seoul are the Seoul City Wall in Hwangsan and Acheon. If you're a more experienced hiker, we suggest saving half the day for a walk up Bukhansan, Bukaksan, or Gwanaksan.
Guys, this is the top of the mountain. It's really beautiful. We made it. It's nice.
Love to surf? Surfers of every level are guaranteed to have a great time at the Siheung Wave Park, one of the best artificial wave parks in the world. The park is located about an hour outside of Seoul in the city of Siheung. It saw its official opening in 2020.
If you haven't tried surfing, you should come here. It's very easy. You don't have to, have equipment. You can borrow everything from here, and the facilities are amazing. So come check it out.
The Seoul Metro stretches past Seoul's borders, and the KTX trains departing from several locations around the city offer fast routes to cities located on the outskirts of the capital. Gyeonggi-do, the province surrounding Seoul, has some great cities with plenty of history, food, and tourist attractions to visit. Here are some of our favorites. Nami Island is a great day trip for families and is less than 2 hours away from Seoul. The island offers plenty of walking paths, art installations, and concerts. Not far from Nami Island is the Garden of Morning Calm, one of the most beautiful gardens in the country. These gardens are a popular tourist site any time of the year, offering dazzling Christmas lights in the winter and blossoms in the warmer months. Finally, a destination easily reached by train is Suwon. Suwon is a city located just south of Seoul that's famous for its historic Hwasong Fortress. The fortress is a great easy hike that takes around 1.5 hours to complete. You can find plenty of cafes and restaurants around the main gate of the fortress. Although it's hard to choose only 20 options for a first-time visit, we hope that these make your stay in Korea as wonderful as we know it can be. These 20 fun things to do in Seoul are a great option to get you started, and we know you're bound to discover more new and exciting things along the way. Enjoy your trip, and as always, safe travels!